Hi, and also thanks from my side to ISEA for inviting me. I would say very briefly, we did an arts and science residency in the last year, and we do it again this year. So we are a quite young institution. So I'm not sure if we are already an institution, but I would say we're between project and institution in the moment. And everything started from this forgotten transformation hall, as was already introduced, because we had the question, okay, we have the space available in a city that's extremely dense. Jena is a city of science with loads of institutions and not so much fine art. We had to develop a concept for this space that created a justification to maintain a space as a cultural space, as a space for community, and introduced Künstlerische Tatsachen, artistic facts, as our arts and science residency approach, also in times of the COVID pandemic where bigger formats and festivals were not possible. So the name came from my investigations on science theory, mainly from Ludwig Fleck, the genesis and development of a scientific fact, where he introduces the question of the social and the cultural factor into scientific wisdom production or like knowledge production, and states that it's not objective at all, but it's more a cultural endeavor. And we thought, well, especially in the pandemic and in times where the scientific objectivity is questioned more and more, and people believe in fake news and so on, it is important to introduce a critical factor into scientific practice and invite artists to lab and see what's up there, and also try to create those moments of transdisciplinary work and open up the lab for broader public. And there's one moment of the artists coming to the lab, and the second moment of the artists exhibiting their works that were informed by what they have seen in the lab. It was important from the get-go for us that this is not scientific communication, but more we invite artists to the lab, and they are free to do whatever they want. We provide materials, resources, connections, and we as a team are the ones that do the scientific communication, but mostly for the artists, right? Like the artists have to know what they get into when they come to Jena. So we provide interviews with the scientists. We say we show in a condensed way what is happening in Jena, and we invite them to participate in the research questions at hand. So, for example, this year our motto was, or the frame topic was tensions in science, and then different institutes from psychology, from ecology, from the Max Planck Institute of Chemical Ecology, for example, or fungi research, provided their interpretations of tension in their research. And then we had like 16 interviews with scientists and groups, and then the artists could apply for those research questions and formulate their project proposals, and then we would match scientists and artists to create our 5 residency places. I would say we have a 3-month period from July to September, and the 1st of October is always the opening of the exhibition. And in the first month, it's mostly establishing the artists in the city, like getting to know them, not only with the scientists, but also with the institutions, with the landscape. We do like hikings in the mountains. It's like a mountainous city, like a little bit, yeah. And so it's mostly this sucking in all the information that they can get from all the different fields, also giving them a chance to go to different institutes that they have not applied for, and facilitating this discourse. While then the August is mostly a period where they can work freely and establish new connections if they want to. And the last period is basically where we invite the scientists to the laboratories, to the ateliers and the workshops of the artists to try to see what they can see in their work. And the work that has been produced by the artists, and draw connections, and also get in touch with colleagues that have been part of this production of the artistic body over the period. And then we do accompany this with like academic discussions. Like here, there's like this panel with Joe Davis and science historians from Jena, and also lecture performances from Margarete Jahrmann, in this case on the left side, to bring in further reflection to the project, and to also connect our discourse with what the International Arts and Science Discourse is doing. Again, we're quite young and small at the moment, but we try our best also by being present here at ISEA. And so yeah, and then, as I already mentioned, we have this exhibition. Here are some snapshots, and we also try to document the discourse and the exhibition in a publication. So this year's was the first one. I only have one piece with me, but if you want to browse through it, you're very, like you can approach me later, and we also have some left, so if you want to order them, like we can send them to you for a donation. Yeah, so it's basically, we have essays here in this publication, so again, these different moments of the project. We have like the discussions, the interviews, scientists, artists, we have the description of the works, we have the theoretical framework, for example, in this case by Joey Davis and Ingeborg Reichle, that talk about the importance of the artists in the labs and bridging those epistemological gaps. And yeah, that was my presentation. I'm very happy to answer questions, and also very happy to send you this little booklet here and get in touch. Thanks.